Hello, and welcome to the in-depth video, The Pend Report. I'm your host, James Simmons. This week on The Pend Report, we'll be talking with lead designer Emily Krebs, having a little bit of gameplay to show you, and talking with our project manager, David Hottal, in our special segment, Penned Down. Now let's get started with our interview with Emily Krebs.
Well, one of the most important things that we did, and that was really important to get on right away, was integrating new team members and making them feel welcome. So one of the first things we did was we had a group outing where we went to a park and played with swans and ducks and ate Panera. And that was great. And then other things we've been working on is we reassessed what we think is achievable in the time frame that we have. And we decided to scale back the scope so that we could make sure that the part that we really presented was accurate to where we wanted it to be. We didn't want to spread ourselves too thin. We got rid of our entire final sequence, like our last level, which pains me so, but it just wasn't realistic to get it done in the time frame that we had. We revamped what we wanted to, how we achieved words and got them in new and fun ways, and we've been working on designing our footnotes, which are like our little mini games that have a bunch more words in them, and they're very fun.
Awesome, thank you. Thank you, Emily, for that wonderful interview. So, what's been on the minds of the team members of Pend this week? Finding time to do homework, will artists ever sleep at home again, and the ending of Mass Effect 3. Don't say anything, I haven't beaten it yet. I have. Ignoring my evil twin, I thought I was the good one. Let's get to Pend gameplay.
Okay, so the first thing that we've updated here is we updated our lighting around our clock area. Lighting has been an ongoing struggle for our group, and so we finally think that we got an idea of the ideal lighting, which is mimicked right now by our clock. So if you come up to our clock, normally this is where the Radiant boss is going to be, and the model is still right there. He's still a Radiant model, but he's currently exhibiting our incendiary boss behaviors. So this is our rough scripting out of that behavior. As you can see, he's running to certain locations and then he's throwing these boxes at me. For actual incendiary boss, those are going to be Molotov cocktails that he throws at you. And then if I get close enough, you'll see that little flame right there. The incendiary boss is going to spit out little flames at you that if you get into sight of them, that's going to hurt you. And if I get too close and start hurting him a lot, he should explode right there. So you can see ebullition, so he'll start to explode when you're really close and that'll hurt you. I actually currently have the incendiary sword equipped, which if you notice it has similar behaviors, and you get the incendiary sword when you beat the incendiary boss, so all these behaviors we're showing here are kind of mimicked in what you're going to get for the sword. If you go back here, you'll notice that the boxes are still on the ground where they landed and they're on fire. And that's how the Molotov cocktails are going to behave, is if they don't hit you and they hit the ground, they're going to catch fire on the ground, and if you walk over that, it'll injure you. Is our boss. So coming up to our Black Cat boss arena, we're going to be presented with the macabre version of the cat to showcase the scripting that we've started to do for that and the sort of behavior he's going to enact against the player. So you can see we've got some debugging information that is appearing in the top left-hand corner. Here's the cat. Now if I run towards the cat, he's going to exhibit behavior similar to an actual cat in that he's going to keep trying to get away from me. Now he's gone down into a crouch, and this is kind of your opportunity to run in and attack him before he gets you. If you don't, then he'll go and grab you. So again, if I run towards him, he'll try to get away. And then right here, the slowdown is mimicking a vocab event that you're going to have during the boss fight, which mimics the vocab events that you encounter coming up to the boss fight. So the thinking here is the boss kind of serves as a final review for all of those words, so you get another chance to pick them, and if you're paying attention to the effects that they had in the level, then you'll hopefully be able to figure out which one is going to help you as opposed to hurt you with the boss. Right now we just have the slowdown behavior to mimic where those would be, but we don't actually have the functionality quite yet. So that's kind of where that is right now. The only other thing we added with the boss is if you can see one of his eyes is glowing, and that's to help distinguish him from the background since he's black and otherwise difficult to see. He has no other eye because part of the Black Cat story is that he has no other eye. The cat isn't missing it. And that is pretty much all that we have for the current update.
Wow, that was some amazing gameplay. So, something you may not know about the Pen team. How many people do you think are on the team? I don't know. Neither do I. But someone who does know, our project manager, David Hottal.
The project manager for the team, or we call around FIEA, the director of development. So it's my job to pretty much make sure the team's running efficiently, that all the tasks are scheduled, that we're just basically making the progress that we need to make for the game that we want to make. I think the biggest challenge, we have some communication issues, just everybody's kind of going a mile a minute, everybody has other classes, and just making sure everybody's on the same page, and then just kind of dialing back the scope of the game. Everybody's passionate and wants to make the best game possible, but in the amount of people, the amount of time, we just have to be realistic about what we can do. Just working with everybody and just kind of everybody's interests and different interests. Some people like sports, some people like first-person shooters, some people like anime, and just kind of getting to know them and learning everybody's interests and just kind of learning from them.
Thank you, David, for that insight into Pen. Well, that's all we have for you this week. I'm James Simmons. This is the Pen Report, and before my evil twin corrupts my saved file, I'm going to go and beat Mass Effect 3. See you all next week.